Hi, I'm Plummy, and in this episode of ReadyK, I'm gonna be reacting to the recent comeback of one group that is not quite like my favorite. I've never really considered my favorite. For some reason, I've always underrated them, but their music very much appeals to me. Monsta X with their new comeback, Gambler. I'm pretty excited to check it out because, as I just said, I like Monsta X a lot, but for some reason, they've never really been up there. I feel like I don't know. I've always underrated them. I've always overlooked them, even though their music is very much my thing and it's very enjoyable and I really like it. But I gotta start giving them the attention that they deserve. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get into the reaction and see whether I'm gonna love this song or not. In 3, 2, 1. The last few comics have actually been pretty good. I like Follow, I like Fantasia a lot. Uh, Love Killer was a little less interesting compared to those, but I still liked it. So I'm expecting this one to be very much along those lines. It's definitely a slow beginning. I like his a little bit of a longer hair. I think he looks really good with it. Also, isn't one of the members of Monsta X enlisting in the military now? Shono, right? This guy. Okay, this one definitely seems less hard-hitting. Or at least I'm just not into it right off the bat. You can't really tell and judge the songs properly on the first listen when it's these kind of songs, because they do take quite a few listens to really grow on you. I feel like I'm just kind of not feeling the beat. I don't hate it or anything, like, I'm still gonna listen to it a second time before I decide. So please don't dislike this video, but it's definitely, I'm definitely not into it as much as I was for their last few comebacks. But it's probably just because it's a little bit of a switch up compared to their last few comebacks, so I kind of don't know what to expect in a way. It's a little bit unpredictable, and that kind of causes it to be unsatisfying. Yeah, I feel like this song is definitely going to grow on me because it definitely feels like a, I don't know, it feels a little bit iconic. It has a little bit of that kind of vibe. But it's just a little different compared to what the formula has been for the last few comebacks. It seems to be more vocally heavy and a little bit calmer when it comes to the rapping. So it's kinda taking me off guard in a way. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I already said what I feel about this song, honestly. As usual, I'm gonna give it a second listen, and it's almost definitely gonna be even better. It's gonna be better on the second listen, and it's not like I hate the song or anything. Just because I'm not crazy and uh, mind blown by the song doesn't mean that I don't like it. Because I feel like sometimes, I don't know if it's you guys who are subscribed to my channel or some new viewers getting into to my channel, but you dislike my videos just because I'm not necessarily completely all positive about videos. Like, I last reacted to Luna's Paint the Town, and I had few criticisms for the song, but overall I actually enjoyed it, and I've been listening to it and loving it the last 2 days. But you guys, the people who dislike the video, if you're watching this video, I'm not saying everybody who watches this video dislike that video, but you guys disliked that video for no reason whatsoever, because I explained my reasons for why I was critical towards it, and I still enjoyed it. I still expressed positive opinions towards it. So please, at least you guys watching this video, don't dislike this video just because I'm a little critical. Because that's the whole reason why I'm doing this channel, to share my personal, true and honest opinions about K-pop songs. And yeah, this song, while not necessarily as hype and as in your face as Follow or Fantasia, I enjoy it. It's just a little bit calmer, and it's kind of taking me off guard compared to the last few comebacks, which have been a little bit more energetic. So it's gonna take me a little bit to really enjoy it and experience its full potential, you know? And yeah, let's get into it a second time and see, maybe it's already gonna get better. So without further ado, let's get into it again in 3, 2, 1.
If you don't know, now you know. Okay.
The one thing that I'm the most disappointed about in this song is definitely the rapping. Again, it's probably gonna get better on the second listen, but for me, slower rapping just doesn't work. I prefer rapid fire rapping. Although there are definitely parts of the rapping in this song that I do like. Like, I like the singing thing that the rapper did just now. Sorry, I haven't really learned the names of the members yet. I know a few names, but I don't really connect them with their faces, you know? But the vocals are definitely really good. I think that's the highlight of this song. Which is funny because it's Monsta X, and usually the rapping is the thing that I'm more into. But their vocals are also really good. Yeah, the rapping definitely sounds better on the second listen, but it's definitely not some of my favorite rapping, that's for sure. Yeah, genuinely, I enjoy all the parts except the rapping just fine. It's just the rapping is kinda not working for me. And again, I don't hate the song, so please don't dislike this video. It's just my opinion. And I'm not the be know-it-all of K-pop songs. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean it's bad. I don't really like the scene. I wish I liked the song overall more, because the singing is really good. But this style of rapping just doesn't work for me. Okay, so maybe my opinion, how I feel about this song right now is not how I ultimately will feel about this song, but since I don't have the time to listen to this song like 20 times until I'm really into it, because also at that point I would just be forcing myself to really love it. We're just gonna go by what I've experienced so far. And so far, as I said, it's a good song. It's a perfectly fine song, but certain aspects of it just don't really work for me. That doesn't make it a bad song, and if you enjoy it, that's completely fine. This is just my opinion of this song. And again, it's not that I even think that the rap parts are bad or anything, they're just kinda meh. I've definitely seen better from them, and I feel like maybe I've seen worse in terms of rapping, but I don't know. I just don't really care for the rapping in this one. There's like 2 moments of rapping that I kind of like, which is like when the higher pitched rapper kind of sings at the end of the sentences, and when the other guy, who I gotta learn their names, man. The other guy, whenever he raps, there's a subtle echo in the background that I kind of like, and that adds a little bit impact to the rapping, but other than that, I'm kind of meh about it. The vocals, on the other hand, are really impactful. Dare I say iconic, honestly. That's why I'm a little disappointed that I don't really like the overall song as much as I like those vocals, because I think this song had potential to be iconic for Monsta X, but sadly, it might be objectively, but for me personally, it really isn't. If it is for you, that's completely fine. That's your opinion, this is my opinion. Let's respect each other's opinion, you know? And yeah, in terms of a rating, I'm still gonna give this song like a solid 8.4 out of 10, because I think it's a fine song, and I'm probably gonna even listen to it a little bit. I'm definitely gonna give it a couple more chances, because tomorrow I have a certain job to do where I will have the time to listen to music, and I'll listen to K-pop songs, so I'll probably listen to this song. But yeah, I don't know. Right now, I'm kinda indifferent about this song ultimately. But who knows, maybe there are some B-sides in this album that are good, and if you guys want me to check those out, make sure to comment it down below so I know that there is a demand for it. And also, if you really want me to do a reaction to the album, you can also go over to my Patreon, where at a certain tier you get to pay me and demand me to do a reaction to, be it a music video, an album, or whatever it is in relation to K-pop. And it's mainly about songs. I'm probably not gonna react to variety stuff, but I don't know, maybe if you guys are willing to pay me over on Patreon, maybe we could figure something out. I don't know. But yeah, the difference between commenting in the comments and going over to Patreon to request me to react to something is that in the comments down below, I'm gonna put it on like a list, and I might react to it, I might not react to it. It will ultimately depend on whether I have time and whether I personally have enough of an interest to check it out. But if you go over to through my Patreon, it's certainly gonna happen as soon as I have the time to do a reaction. So yeah, I don't know, it's up to you. Before we end this video, I gotta give a huge thanks to my first ever patron on Patreon, Omari Bridgman. As I said, if you wanna join that person over on my Patreon, you can do that by checking out the description where there's a link to my Patreon and subscribing to any of the tiers. There's a tier for just general support, at which you don't really get anything, but you just get to support me, you know. There's a tier for a thank you at the end of this video, like this. There's a tier if you're interested in my cartoon reactions, there's a tier if you're interested in my K-pop reactions, and there's a tier if you're interested in my stories that I write in addition to doing these YouTube videos. But before we end this video, I just want to quickly explain to you something that you might be wondering about, like, why am I dressed the way I am? Why do I look the way I do? And if you've been subscribed to my channel for a long time, you would know the answer already, because back when I started my YouTube channel, I had super long hair and I was dressing femininely in every single video. But for those of you who don't know, which I assume it's most of you, I'm actually transgender. I think I'm more of a non-binary rather than a male to female, because there are quite a few times where I don't really feel like dressing femininely and looking feminine and looking like a girl, and I just want to look like a normal guy. But I feel like in a lot of the time I do want to look feminine. So for the sake of simplicity, I decided to just settle on non-binary, although I definitely really want to be much more feminine than I am right now, like almost like androgynous. But due to my current situation, I'm unable to transition because I still live with my parents. I tried to transition secretly while still living with my parents, but they started noticing that I was looking more feminine and that I obviously had my long hair back then, and they were pressuring me to cut it all the time. And even when I was growing it out, they were constantly pressuring me to not grow it out, and now they are pressuring me to not grow it out again. I'm really unable to transition, and there's no really way out of this situation for me, because I can't get a job. I've tried to, but I just can't seem to get any job. And even if I was able to get a job, I wouldn't really be able to transition in my country where I live while working that job, because people here are completely bigoted, and they will harass me, they will bully me, and they probably the employers will probably never even hire me if I actually decided to completely transition. So the only way for me to actually be who I am, who I truly am, is if I actually start being successful with YouTube and start making money off of YouTube, because I don't really have to care about what anybody thinks of me, and I can just be who I want to be and dress however I want and all those stuff. So with all this information and me telling you that I don't want to guilt trip you into helping me out, I don't want to make you feel bad about my situation and wanting to manipulate you into helping me out or boosting the subscribers on my channel or anything like that, I ask you if you're able to help me out by donating to my Patreon or donating to my PayPal, which is for that you will have to get in touch with me in the comments down below to set it up properly, because I haven't really done that, because I assume nobody's really gonna want to do that. But if you're able to do that, I would really appreciate it. But again, this is literally the only way for me out. This is the only way out. So yeah, it's completely up to you. If you can't help me out monetarily, then at the very least I think it would be great if you could help out in other ways, like I said earlier, liking the channel, liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and all those other stuff. But yeah, I'm not trying to guilt trip you, I'm just explaining to you my situation and hoping that you can help me out. But yeah, so yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the link in the description to my Twitter if you don't follow me there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories or you simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to Patreon where you can pledge your support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!